Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back, and I just wanted to come and run my mouth. Listen to this. This just hit um, the blogs. This is according to the Neighborhood Talk. Q from Day 26 says he believes Diddy tried to sacrifice him, claims Dawn Richard from Danny Kane gave him an ecstasy pill from Diddy that made him pass out in 20 minutes. He woke up screaming, surrounded by cameras. It felt like someone was trying to hurt me or take me out. So, neighbors, this is insane. Q from Day 26 is claiming that he believes Diddy tried to sacrifice him after allegedly giving him a red ecstasy pill during a trip to the Hamptons with Don. On the Amy and TJ podcast with TJ Holmes and Amy Robach and Aubrey O'Day, Q opened up about a strange trip that turned left. He says Diddy invited him to an overnight trip to his Hamptons home, which is something that had never happened before. He found it suspicious and claimed Diddy seemed to be very high at the time. I'm going to play the audio so you can hear him. It's like a 4-minute clip of the audio where he explains what happened. Q believes the only reason he was even invited was because he was dating former Danny Kane and Dirty Money member Dawn Richard. After a speedy trip to the Hamptons, he says Don handed him a red ecstasy pill, allegedly from Diddy, and after about 20 minutes taking it, he blacked out. He claims he woke up screaming in the basement of Diddy's home, in the bedroom of Diddy's twin daughters, with phone cameras in his face. Through tears, he said he truly believed someone was trying to hurt him. While his memory is foggy, he recalls wearing just basketball shorts and eventually jumping into a pool. The experience clearly left a lasting emotional impact, and Q didn't hold back when speaking on it. Neighbors, what are your thoughts? So let me go ahead and play this audio so you can listen to Q and what he had to say. Baby, this is a lot. This is a lot.
At this time, I was around Dirty Money for about a year while they were creating Last Train to Paris. And I guess I was around because I was dating Dawn. So Diddy's like, I think he was very, very high. He's like, we're going to go to the Hamptons. He was like, we're going to go stay the night there and you guys want to come. And it felt very weird because the energy just felt so weird. You know what I mean? It was friendly high. You know what I'm saying? Like a friendly invitation to something.
He wasn't usually like that?
No, he's never invited all of us to one of his houses. Before we get to the Hamptons, they're like speeding in these black SUVs on the expressway very, very fast. Like they were in a rush to get to the Hamptons. We get to the Hamptons and we walk through the house and we arrive in the backyard near the pool. And my ex at the time, which was Dawn, she gave me an ecstasy pill. And she says...
Is that what she said it was?
Yeah, she said it was ecstasy, and she said it was from Puff to give to me. And it was red. And I took it because I thought I was going to get freaky with my girlfriend, you know? We tried ecstasy before, and I trusted her that that's what it was. So I took it immediately, and she had one too. He gave her 2 of them. I took mine. Within like 20 minutes, I knocked out and blacked out. Okay. I woke up in the twins' bedroom in the basement, and I woke up out of my sleep screaming very, very loud.
Who are the twins?
I don't know their names.
You're talking about Diddy's daughters?
Twins.
Okay.
Yeah. Diddy's twins. His girls. Yeah, I woke up in their bed. 2 cameras filming me, and they were laughing as I woke up out of my sleep, screaming. And it felt like... I'm not gonna cry.
Okay.
Yeah, take your time. It's okay. It's understandable that you're reliving this and emotion comes with it. There's just no way around it. So it
felt very sacrificial. That's what I meant when I said I felt like they were trying to hurt me or Diddy was trying to maybe sacrifice me that night. I didn't say, when I went on Vlad TV, I didn't say anything about finding a sacrificial email.
Hold on. What he's discussing in regards to Vlad TV is that's one of the interviews that the boys did. he had to leave gaps within that interview, and they decided to fill those gaps. It's kind of what I've experienced this past week. As you guys know, we started this out, and it was, we all have this intention to talk our way through to the end of this trial and hopefully see justice for whatever whatever is proven and whatever the jury decides. Even you had situations that were just made up out of nowhere. So did I last week. Q was discussing one in which he couldn't say certain things because he's honoring a contract. And within that, people decided to fill in the blanks. So he discussed an email. He had tears. People put it together that he's crying over an email and what it basically tried to suggest that he's not a man and he's boo-hooing over an email.
I know there are some details about the incident you described. Maybe you don't want to get into. And
no, let's get into it.
Okay, we can. Can I go with how, I know you can be open about how it made you feel, right? So you're saying after this particular incident, you left there feeling, you called it sacrificial, but you felt as if they
were going to hurt me in my sleep because I woke up screaming. I woke up out of my sleep screaming. So what I mean by it felt like sacrificial, it felt like someone was trying to hurt me or take me out because I possibly couldn't have woke up out of my sleep that night.
Do you know what happened to you?
I woke up screaming like a girl to the top of my lungs at a high pitch.
Well, did you have clothes on?
I think I was in my shorts because I remember jumping into a swimming pool.
But do you believe that some of what happened to you was recorded on one or many of these iPhones?
Oh, yeah. I saw phones and lights. It wasn't a video camera. It was a phone camera light.
So there are people who do know what happened to you, and there's a reason you believe why they're not telling you?
Mm-hmm.
I do want to know, is he saying that Dawn was a part of the mess that night? Or was he just saying that she handed him something that Diddy gave to her and said, girl, go get this Q? Are you saying that you feel like Dawn knew something was about to happen and she set you up for the okie doke? At one point, I remember Q, correct me if I'm wrong, but I remember Q going through like some mental health issues. I'm not putting this on Diddy. I know, some of y'all be windmilling for Diddy, baby. Shut up. But it said it has to mean something that so many people have come out with these stories. And, it's just sad. It's just sad. Yeah. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Do y'all think that Dawn has something to do with it? Or was he just saying, Dawn handed me a pill that Diddy gave to her? I need some clarification. Because it's one thing for you to be like, oh, me and Dawn was going to get high and then, go do what we do in a bedroom together. It's another thing for you to say or insinuate or people to perceive that you're trying to say. That's why I need some clarification. That you're saying, yeah, she set me up. Trigger warning, trigger warning, trigger warning. Do y'all think that he was R word? Oh, I forgot he was in the he left a comment in the comment section. This is what he said in the Neighborhood Talk comment section. I encourage everyone to check out part 2 of and he tagged Aubrey O'Day. podcast on iHeartRadio. I take full accountability for everything I allowed to happen in my life. I'm sorry. I take full accountability for everything I allowed into my life because ultimately I had a choice. But to be transparent, I genuinely thought I was taking something familiar. It wasn't ecstasy. It turned out to be a horse tranquilizer, something my ex gave me at the time. About 20 minutes after I took that red pill, I blacked out. The tranquilizer effect completely shut my body down. To those who feel the need to judge my trauma or question my story, please understand you weren't there. Have your opinions, but if your words aren't encouraging or informed, respectfully keep them to yourself. Not everyone has the same mental strength. Mental health is real. It's a silent battle many of us fight every day. This journey is about healing and courage. After years of holding it in, I'm finally opening up. I want to thank everyone who sent love, prayers, and positive energy. It truly means more than you know. God bless. That's what he had to say. It's sad. It's really sad. And I do remember. I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna leave that. I'm gonna leave it alone. It's just sad. It's sad. But I do want a little clarification on what he meant about Dawn giving him the pill. I do, because it's a lot of ways to interpret that. It's one thing to be like, oh, they told Dawn that this was an ecstasy pill, and she wanted y'all. She said y'all wanted one because y'all was gonna get high, and girl, tear the room up. It's another thing for you to be like, oh, girl, she knew it was a horse tranquilizer, and she gave me the pill, and she knew something was gonna happen to me, or could happen to me, or did happen to me. Like that's the difference. Because they could have lied to her and said it's like I need to know. I don't need to know. I want to know. I want to know. I want to know. Anyways, I hope Q is doing okay. Like I said, I remember at one point Q was going through a lot mentally. I remember. So and it's crazy because I don't know how to say this, but things happen to these men and they're always afraid to come forward because the first thing people are going to say, oh, you a punk, you gay, blah 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 blah. How you let that happen, you a man. How you let that happen, you a man. Well, girl, if somebody give you a horse tranquilizer, girl, and it ain't got nothing to do with you being a man. Okay. And if something happens to these people, I'm not saying that something happened to him, but I'm just saying that if something happened to these people like the R word, they're not going to come forward and say it. But it's crazy because I'm gonna shut up. Let me shut up. Anyway, all right, y'all. I'm gone. I'll probably be back later with another video. We may go live tomorrow. So we can talk about Remy Ma and Papoose. I don't know. But yeah, just let me know what y'all think about what Q had to say. I know. Okay, I know you're innocent until proven guilty. Um, and Puffy could be found not guilty, and he could be a free man. And what they say, the trial is going to last a couple of months. It's just too many people with stories, and his name is a part of the story. I understand that there are other people that, had something to do with it, probably had their hand in it. Not probably, did have something to do with it. But baby, they're going after the head nigga in charge. And the head nigga in charge was Sean Diddy Combs. I don't know. This is a mess. We have too many stories of people from people and these experiences that they've had with this man. I don't know. All right, I'm gone, y'all. I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all have a good night. Y'all sound off in the comment section. I will be down there with y'all, of course. Bye, y'all. Okay, this is all I have to say. Well, this is what I wanted to say. Some of what I wanted to say. You hear these stories of these people being handed drugs. They think it's one thing, it's another thing. And I don't know if any of this is true. That's what they're trying to figure out with the trial. The women and the men are being taken advantage of. And can you imagine thinking you're about to take something and then it turns out to be something completely different, a horse tranquilizer pill. And then when you wake up, you're surrounded by people with cameras in your face. I hope nothing happened to him, but based off of the stories that we've heard, anything could have happened to Q while he was knocked out. You get these people high, knock them out, do whatever you're doing to them. They're not aware, and then you record them, and so now you have evidence of, and so now they're not gonna say nothing, especially if you are a man, because if you're bent over and they have it on film and they tell you, we might go live tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? It's already hard enough for people to come forward. Look how people treat women. And I'm trying to watch what I say. Anyways, so yeah, I just wanted to come back and say that it's just sad. It's sad. It's sad. It's sad. And anybody who was in those circles with Diddy, you know, girl, it's one thing for me to say I'm gonna drink, but then, girl, you give me something completely different. It's one thing to say I do a line. I don't do drugs, but I'm just saying, it's one thing for me to say I'm gonna do a bump and then find out it's something that you done laced it with something. It's one thing for me to say I'm gonna take a pill and then go, you give me a horse tranquilizer pill. Like, girl, what? Anyways, all right, I'm gone. I'm really about to get my stuff together over here. Bye, y'all.